help? Yeah, I appreciate it. You need a prayer person. Call the Senate to order. Mr. Clerk, please read the roll.
Barnett, Barrett, Blackman, Blackwell, Blunt, Boyd, Branning, Bryan, Butler, Carter, Kaufman, Chazanov, Chisholm, DeBar, Delano, England, Fillingame, Frazier, Harkins, Hill, Hobson, Horn, Jackson of the 11th, Jackson of 32nd, Johnson, Jordan, Kirby, McCon, McDaniel, McLendon, McMahon, Michelle, Moran, Norwood, Parker, Parks, Pope, Seymour, Simmons of the 12th, Simmons of the 13th, Sojourner, Sparks, Suber, Tate, Thomas, Thompson, Turnerford, Whaley, Wiggins, Williams, Witherspoon, Younger. Mr. President, a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Will senators please rise for the invocation given by Senator Hobson, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance given by Senator Blunt. Senator Hobson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let us pray. Our Father, you are the giver of life and author of all that is good and decent in this world. And we thank you, we praise your name, your holy name. And today we come to you asking your continued blessings on this session, the blessings on the work that's done today. We thank you for the leadership exhibited by our governor, lieutenant governor, speaker, and the members here in this chamber and in the House. We are so grateful the way that you blessed us as a group and helped us through difficult times, sometimes deep struggles for each of us as we cope with the various issues that have come before us. So today, Lord, we ask that you clear our minds of the clutter and remove all the doubt and know that you are in charge. Help us to strengthen our conviction to serve you and to serve this state. Lord, we ask that you bless us as we wrap up this session and get ready to travel home. Bless our families that are back home. Bless those that have supported us and those that sometimes don't support us, that we can reconcile and make those things that create division between us to help us unify with them and unify with all people, not just in this state, but around the world. Bless us as we work today. Thank you again. Forgive us of our sins. These things we ask in the holy name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Do you want me to pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, senators. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now the reading of the Journal. Senator Blackwell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the journal. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Message and petitions, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. President, there are none.
Committee reports. Senator Blackwell, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the committee reports.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the committee reports. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Next, reading of the titles, bills, and resolutions. I recognize Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to dispense with the reading of the titles of the bills and resolutions.
Senator moves to dispense with the reading of the titles, bills, and resolutions. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Next, introduction of guest. Introduction of guest. Anyone? Anyone? Next, we'll go to the calendar. Senator Kirby.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to call a Rules Committee meeting and in front of the chamber, please.
Rules Committee meeting in front of the chamber.
Immediate.
Immediately, please. Thank you very much, Senator Kirby. Senator Branning.
May I make an announcement out of order, Mr. President?
Please proceed.
We all received a letter from Representative Alice Clark from the House concerning the Multiple Sclerosis Society, and I have agreed to help her collect money for this very important society. So there is a cup on my desk. Before we get scattered the next day or two, please make a donation. We're going to get this to her. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Branning. Senator Barnett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Announcement at the proper time.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, if you would direct your attention to our gallery here today. We have visiting with us today Dr. Patricia Tibbs, who is a pediatrician, head pediatrician, Dr. for South Central Regional Medical Center in Law and in Ellisville. I ask the Senate to please make her welcome to the state capitol as our doctor of today.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much. Senator Tate, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have here, in front of me here, my nephew, Micah Carr, very interested in politics. He'll be up there one day, so get in good with him now. Make him feel welcome.
Welcome, Micah. We're glad you're here. Thank you very much. Family, a long family of history of service in Mississippi. Okay, back on the calendar. Motions to reconsider. Motion to... We were waiting on, one moment, please, the local and private. Let's give them 1 minute. Let's let local and private have their meeting. 1 second, please. Well, who's doing local and private? Okay. I see you, Senator, now. Local and private. Senator McMahon. Pass. Pass. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Leave their place on the calendar. Number 5. Senator Barnett.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that we table the motion to reconsider on today's calendar on item number 5 and 6.
Items number 5 and 6.
I'm sorry, would you please read the title?
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill number 747, Work Release Program, authorize courts and sheriffs to assign certain convicted offenders to while confined in jail.
Number
Move to
6.
table, Mr. President.
We'll do number 5 first. Motion is to move to table. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. We're on number 6, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that we call up item number 6 on today's calendar, House Bill 928, had a title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill number 928, Commission of Corrections and Community Corrections, bring forward various sections relating to.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we table the motion to reconsider.
Table the motion. Motion made to table. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.
Finance, Senator Harkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to go to item 7 on today's calendar, House Bill number 572, and have the title read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill number 572, Alcoholic Beverages, revised definition of qualified resort area under the local option alcoholic beverage control law.
My motion is we adopt the conference report and be recognized to explain it.
You're recognized to explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the, I guess this is what it's coming down to, is an omnibus resort status bill. This bill includes the following areas as qualified resort areas: the Village of Georgetown, City of Forest, City of Carthage, City of Leland, Town of Rosedale, City of Greenville, Village of Walthall, an area downtown Jackson, an area in Pascagoula, area in Union County, and City of Canton. The bill also corrects the description of existing qualified resort area in Tibaw County on item 23. And for these areas, county municipal authorities are granted control over the hours and location of the facility selling alcohol and the percentage of revenue they have to have from selling food compared to alcohol. The Union County in item 33 is the only exemption to local control. Areas in Ripley and Senatobia are exempted from the distance restrictions for manufacturers and sale of alcohol, as is the new qualified resort area in Pascagoula. And that is a description of the conference report. If there are no questions, I move adoption on the morning roll call.
Questions? Questions? Move for passage by use of the morning roll call. Any more objective procedure? Wish to be recorded as voting no. Present, I'm sorry, no. Norwood, no. Anyone else? Branning, no. Parker, no. Tate, no. Chisholm, no. Anyone else? Anyone else? Seeing none, the bill passes, with the exceptions made. Okay, Senator, that was number 7. Senator McMahon, you're recognized.
Good morning. A motion to suspend the rules and take up items 1 and 2 on today's calendar.
Motion
to suspend the rules and ask that they be taken up in block.
One at a time.
I did.
He's asked to suspend the rules. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. We'll do them one at a time. This will be number one. Go ahead, Senator.
All right, I call up item 1 on today's calendar and ask the title be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
House Bill number 1333, Town of Weston, authorize the use of low-speed vehicles and golf carts on certain public roads.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed.
This is a golf cart bill for the town of Weston. It's our standard language that just allows the city to develop some ordinances to allow golf carts in certain areas. If there aren't any questions, I move for passage of the morning roll call.
Senators move for passage utilizing the morning roll call. Anybody object to that procedure? Wish to be recorded as voting no. Present. Seeing none, the bill passes. Roll number 2, Senator.
I'd like to take up item 2 on today's calendar and ask the title be read.
Motion is to suspend the rules and take up item 2. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator, please, you're recognized for 2 minutes. Read the title.
House Bill number 1334, Town of Georgetown, authorize use of low-speed vehicles and golf carts on certain public roads.
I make the usual motion.
Senator makes the usual, and all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed.
This is for the town of Georgetown. Again, it just authorizes the city council to develop an ordinance for low-speed vehicles and golf carts on certain streets. If there aren't any questions, I move for passage on the morning roll call.
Questions? Seeing none, senators move for utilization of the morning roll call. All in favor signify by, does anyone object to the procedure? Wish to be recorded as voting no. Present? Seeing none, the bill passes. Thank you, Senator McMahon. Appreciate your work. Okay, we're back down to Polk, number 9. Well, we went to 8 and it was passed, I believe. Number 8. Judd B. Senator Fillingane, or England. Judd B. Pass. Thank you. Number 9. AET. Pass. Number 10. Corrections. Senator Barnett. Senator Barnett. Number 10. Pass. Number 11, Judd B. Senator Fillingane. Pass. 12, 13, 14, 15 retain their place on the calendar. Some have been recommitted. 17, Senator Branning. Senator Branning is recognized. We're on 17.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I go to this item and have the title read, I'd like to take a point of personal privilege for just a moment.
Please proceed.
This will be the final action that the Senate Transportation Committee takes, and I just want to take a moment to thank the Lieutenant Governor for allowing me to serve
Personal privilege, please.
in this role. I would also like to thank Senator Blackman as my vice chair for assisting me, especially the first part of the session when I was out. Ian and Ethan and the attorneys over here, you guys are awesome. Ian is the most patient person on the face of the earth, I am convinced. Laney, my committee assistant, has been wonderful, as well as Andrew and all the staff and the committee. So I just wanted to say thank you before we get started. I'd like to go to item 17 on today's calendar and have the title read, please.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Bill number 2825, Mississippi Transportation Infrastructure Investment Act of 2021, create.
The motion today will be that we do adopt the conference report, and I'd like to be recognized to explain it.
You're recognized to explain, Senator.
As you all remember, the original bill that we brought addressed the continuing needs of our critical infrastructure, addressed weight tolerance of the harvest permit, and moving the enforcement from the Department of Transportation over to DPS. Now, the conference report changes. We did amend the funding source. You'll notice on line 1564, section 24 of the bill, it now places $89 million into the Emergency Road and Bridge Fund. We are clarifying in the conference report that this is not a weight increase, it is a tolerance adjustment up to 10%, not to exceed 88,000 pounds. Once I clarified this for the Supervisors Association, they all feel much better and they understand it better. This is effective in 2023. We have clarified that the appeals board is included in the enforcement transfer. That's within section 22 of the conference report. We have adjusted the fines on line 976. We included a tiered fine section there that makes sense for what we're trying to do. We want to give the farmers flexibility, but we want to make it clear that people that do haul overweight will be fined and it will hurt the pocketbook. Harvest Permit Advisory Council is something new that I want to bring to your attention. This is contained in section 23. It begins on line 1495. It's established to study the harvest permit issues, overweight trucks, and to make recommendations to the legislature of how we need to be involved in the solution of that process. I'll be involved in that council as well as the lieutenant governor, so we'll be able to track the progress there. And in the course of working on this conference report, we have put hours and hours of research and time into it. I have tried to address questions individually. Most of them have been pretty easy to address, but Senator Parker came up with a question that I had to dive very deep into. And so I want to bring it before the body. His question was, does this bill affect the Suez Canal? Senator Parker, it does not. That is not in this bill. If there are no questions on the conference report, I move final passage on the morning roll call.
Questions? Questions? Senator Wiggins, you recognized for what purpose?
Question.
Madam, question.
I just wanted to make sure if he ran that by Senator Bryan, because he was so enthralled with the Suez Canal that it got backed up yesterday. So maybe Parker and Bryan could be on the conference report for the Suez Canal.
We should consider that for next session. I agree with that.
Thank you, Senator Wiggins. Any other questions? Any other questions? Seeing none, Senators move for utilization of the morning roll call. Anyone object to the procedure? Anyone wish to be recorded as voting no? No. Blunt. Bryan. Anyone else? Blackman. Anyone? Anyone else? Horn. Anyone else? Turn it forward. Simmons. Jackson. S. Jackson. R. Frazier. Anyone else? Barnett. Thomas. Norwood. Butler. Anyone else? Jordan? Yeah, we got Frazier. Anyone else? Okay, Ms. Clerk, would you call out the negatives, please?
Voting no or nay. Robert Jackson, Sampson Jackson, Barnett, Thomas, Norwood, Butler, Jordan, Simmons of the 13th, Turner Ford, Frazier, Horn, Blackman, Bryan, and Blunt.
Bill passes. Now the general calendar. Senator Bryan.
Mr. President, I would like to suspend the rules to take up items 18 through 30 in a block.
Motion to suspend the rules, take up item 18 through 30 in block. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senator, you're recognized. Mr. Clerk, please read.
Mr. President, I move that we do advise and consent on each of these, and I suppose at this point we should have the titles read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the titles.
Senate nomination number 74, Kenneth Charles Ken Lippincott, MD, Tupelo, Mississippi, Mississippi State Board of Medical Licensure to represent the 3rd Supreme Court District, unexpired portion of a 6-year term beginning immediately and ending June 30th, 2026. Senate nomination number 9, Jane Strobel Miller, Meridian, Mississippi, Board of Directors for the Mississippi Industries for the Blind as an individual who is legally blind, term effective December 17, 2020 and ending December 17, 2024. Senate nomination number 28, Palson Barrett, Jackson, Mississippi, Board of Directors for the Mississippi Industries for the Blind, term effective June 30th, 2018 and ending June 30th, 2022. Senate nomination number 41, Lauren Michelle Hegwood, Brandon, Mississippi, Board of Directors for Mississippi Industries of the Blind, term effective July 1st, 2020 and ending June 30th, 2024. Senate nomination number 67, Jillian James Foster, Pharmacy D, MBA, Olive Branch, Mississippi, State Board of Pharmacy to represent the 1st Congressional District as it existed on July 1st, 2001, designated as Post 1, 5-year term beginning July 1st, 2021, and ending June 30th, 2026. Senate nomination number 55, John Daniel Davis IV, MD, Flowood, Mississippi State Board of Health as a licensed physician, term effective immediately and ending June 30th, 2023, Vice Ed Ted Barham, MD, FACR. Senate nomination number 62, Roderick Clarence Rod Gibbons, MD, Natchez, Mississippi State Board of Medical Licensure, represents 2nd Supreme Court District, unexpired term beginning immediately and ending June 30th, 2026. Senate nomination number 68, Ryan Charles Harper, pharmacy doctor, Pelahatchie, Mississippi State Board of Pharmacy to represent the 3rd Congressional District as it existed on July 1st, 2001, designated as Post 3, 5-year term beginning July 1st, 2021, and ending June 30th, 2026. Senate nomination number 88, Michelle Yvette Taylor Owens, MD, Jackson, Mississippi, Mississippi State Board of Medical Licensure to represent the 1st Supreme Court District unexpired portion of a 6-year term beginning immediately and ending June 30th, 2026. Senate nomination number 34, Michael Ray Mike Patterson, D.C., Boyle, Mississippi, State Board of Chiropractic Examiners, term effective immediately and ending April 20th, 2024, representing the 2nd Supreme Court District, Vice Dr. Dottie Purnell. Senate nomination number 48, Warren G. Rossi, Corinth, Mississippi State Board of Cosmetology as a 3rd Supreme Court District Representative, term effective immediately and ending March 28, 2023, Vice Darlene L. Smith. Senate nomination number 84, Anthony Chester White, Brandon, Mississippi, Mississippi State Board of Massage Therapy as a consumer at large, term effective immediately for the unexpired portion of a 4-year term ending June 30th, 2023. Senate nomination number 94, Michael Scott Parker, Raymond, Mississippi, Mississippi State Board of Massage Therapy as a licensed massage therapist, term effective immediately for the unexpired balance of a 4-year term ending June 30th, 2024.
Mr. President, each of these nominees knows many things about the subject area which they're involved with than your chairman of public health does. The committee asked and had a number of these individuals who are nominated to major boards, such as the State Board of Health, the Pharmacy Board, the Medical Licensure Board, to come and appear before the committee. Not so much that there was any real doubt about their confirmation, but this confirmation process is an opportunity for an exchange of views, an exchange of concerns, an opportunity to think out loud. We met with our last group of nominees Sunday afternoon. One of the nominees drove down from DeSoto County to appear before the committee. You can ask around, there are at least 3 people in this chamber who can assure you that's a long drive. And at the end of that hearing, which was, I think, very useful, we had about a half dozen nominees, a member of the committee remarked what a fine group of individuals this group was. I think that's true. And I mention all this to say that none of us is an expert on the world. All we did is win an election and get a committee assignment, and here we are. Fortunately, there are people in every field of human endeavor who actually do know a great deal about their subject matter. They are a magnificent resource for those of us in the legislature to talk to visit with, to find out concerns, and to ask for advice. And we hope, and I think we will, have an ongoing dialogue with these various boards about matters within their scope. But when we consider legislation and when we're trying to make plans, we have people who are willing to volunteer their time, just like this individual who drove from back to visit with us. They're anxious to be helpful. It's a public spirit that fortunately we have. And I'm reminded over and over again, we should take advantage of those in the state of Mississippi, and for that matter elsewhere, who can assist us in particular endeavors. Having said that, if there are no questions, I suggest use of the morning roll call in advising and consenting to these nominees.
Questions? Senators move for utilization of the morning roll call. Anyone object to the procedure? Wish to be recorded as voting no? Present? Seeing none, all en bloc passed by use of the morning roll call. Thank you, Senator Bryan.
Mr. President, I ask for immediate release
Seeing no objection, immediate release is granted.
for the nominations and for the rest of us also.
I'm working on the rest of us. All right, Senator Kirby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do something a little differently here today. I need to suspend the rules twice. First, I need to, with no objection, I'd like to suspend the rules to take up some resolutions that came through rules on the screen and not on the calendar. It's 7 of those.
Senator has made motion to suspend the rules. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please look on this screen.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Now I'd like to suspend the rules to take up item 1 through 7 on the screen and block. If no one wishes to set one aside.
I think they're listed as 55, Senator, on the screen. Would anyone like to set one aside? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Ready, Senator?
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask the title to be read.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
Senate Resolution Number 55, commend Lafayette High School boys bowling team for 3rd consecutive state championship. Senate Resolution Number 57, urging the President of the United States to designate a state funeral for last surviving Medal of Honor recipient from World War II. Senate Resolution Number 59, commend Olive Branch High School Lady Quisters girls basketball team for winning their 3rd consecutive state championship. Senate Resolution Number 60, recognize Phi Beta Sigma fraternity and Zeta Phi Beta sorority for charitable service. Senate Resolution Number 61, commend Tishomingo County High School Lady Braves cheerleading squad for 2020 state championship. Senate Resolution Number 62, commend New Site Lady Royals girls basketball team for winning 2A state championship. Senate Resolution Number 63, commend Belmont Lady Cardinals girls basketball team for Class 3A state championship.
Make your usual motion, Mr. President.
Senator makes the usual motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Please proceed, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, as you can see, all of these are committing resolutions. If there are no questions, I ask for the use of the morning roll call for final
Questions? Any questions? Senator Sparks.
Thank you,
Recognized
Mr.
for a
President.
question.
I was just curious, do you know number 62 and 63 were New Site and Belmont, what Senate district they're in, those state championship girls?
Could they be in your district? Or?
I believe that's Senate 5, yes, sir. Thank you. I was just making sure.
Thank you and congratulations. Use the morning roll call, final passage.
Use of the morning roll call has been requested. Anyone object to the procedure? Wish to be recorded as voting no? Present? Seeing none, all are adopted by use of the morning roll call. We're ready, Senator. Okay, we go to Senator Parks. Senator Parks, you're recognized for what purpose?
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to ask for unanimous consent to be co-author of Senate Bill 2825.
Mr. Clerk, please read the title.
2825. Is that on today's calendar?
Yes, on today's calendar. It's right there.
Senate Bill Number 2825, Mississippi Transportation Infrastructure Investment Act of 2021 create.
Seeing no objection is granted. Senator Younger as well. Same. Suber. McCon. Anyone else? Chazanall. Anyone else? Chisholm. Anyone else? Fillingham. Kaufman. Tate. Anyone else? McMahon. Anyone else? Seeing no objection is granted to the names listed. Anyone else? I'm sorry, Moran as well, please. Moran as well. Anyone else? McClendon? Anyone else? Seeing none, it's granted. Senator Hobson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. My motion is for unanimous consent to make changes to the various appropriations bills that have been identified. I've asked to be recognized to explain.
Motion is unanimous consent. It's on the screen. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. As staff continues to pour through the various bills that were done in appropriations, picked up a few changes again that need to be included. You'll see on the screen Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, there was a $3. Again, most of these are numerical typing. We had one that was $144. It should have been $141. You had another one that was a difference on the Department of Human Services. It was a $30 change, which affected the bottom line number. We had a deletion of line because capital expenses were not to be included in the reappropriation. That was for the Fire Academy. We had a word that was 59, should have been 59, so a misspelling. We had a capital expense number that was not added to the final calculation of the Department of Environmental Quality. And finally, we had a reference to the old Christian church that should have been the first Christian church. I would ask for unanimous consent to make those changes to the various, the old first Christian church, excuse me. I ask for unanimous consent to make those changes.
Seeing no objections, granted. Senator, thank you very much. Thank you for your hard work. So many differing matters there. All right, back on the calendar. Back on the calendar. Anyone have anything to come up on the calendar? Go to announcements. Announcements. Anyone have an announcement? Senator Hobson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. One other thing I want to mention about appropriations is many of you have understandably asked for the final list of the projects that were included in the DFA bill, and those are being typed. I think you were given a preliminary report the other day. I would ask you to discard those because we had a few changes, a few monetary changes, and I mentioned in the unanimous consent request last night that there were a few changes to that as well. So when this next report gets to you, that's going to be the final report of all the items that were included. And again, please be careful or discard those that you had before because there were a few mistakes in those. And there were some duplications too. But thank you very much to your attention to that request.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Norwood, you're recognized for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we prepared a proclamation for Mr. Wilbert Lee Haley. He's a World War II veteran, and on April the 8th, he will turn 104 years old. And I just wanted to announce it before the State Senate. He's never been to the Capitol, never been to the Civil Rights Museum where some of his family artifacts are housed there. So we intend to bring him to the Capitol, and Mr. President, I hope you would be available to take a photo with him. Thank you, Mr. President.
I'd be honored, Senator. Senator Wiggins.
Thank you, Mr. President. I did want to take the opportunity, as I didn't get to do it from the podium, to just say thank you to the Judiciary Aid Committee, the members, and to what Senator Branning said, to Ethan. He's done a great job, and Pat Trowles for keeping us in line. I really appreciate the work that the committee put in and for, in some ways, dealing with me. But thank you for the hard work that they put in. I think we did some really good stuff, so thank you very much to all of them.
Thank y'all. Thanks, Ian. Thank y'all very much. Senator Whaley, you're recognized.
For an adjourning memory, please.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, when the Senate adjourns, I wish that we would do so in honor of my neighbor, Miss Billy Mills. She was a 35-year educator, taught at Mary Reed Elementary School, where she touched many, many lives. She taught she taught second grade for that entire time except for 1 year, and that was the year that I was set to move to second grade, so she moved to kindergarten to get around me that year. But truly wonderful woman, one that means a lot to me, and I just wish that we could remember her today, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Whaley. Heartfelt. Senator Barnett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Announcement.
Please proceed.
I think this is proper, but Mr. President, I heard Senator Blackwell on yesterday and Senator Wingers this morning talk about his great staff and those who helped him. And I would be remiss if I didn't include some individual or acknowledge some individuals who has been there since you started this administration, working with me on criminal justice reform and other things, and that's Ms. Brittany Rendinger, Ms. Akila. I don't see her here, but she has been great working with me, and also my committee assistant, Ms. Anita Jackson. These three ladies have put up with me for 2 years now, and I appreciate their hard work. So I asked the Senate if you all would also give them a round of applause for the great work that they've done.
I think you're the reason, Senator, they got a pay raise. All right, Senator Parker.
Adjourn in memory.
Please proceed.
When the Senate adjourns today, I'd like to adjourn in the memory of Mr. Ken Hudson of Olive Branch.
Thank you very much. Any other announcements? Senator Hobson?
Adjournment in memory.
Please proceed.
Thank you. When the Senate adjourns today, I ask that we do so in memory of George Carr of Vicksburg.
Okay. All right. Everybody? Any other announcements? Thank you, Senator. Any other announcements? Okay. Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate stand in recess till 5 p.m. today, at which time the Journal will reflect we are adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. You guys.